Hello everyone, this is Warpster77 tuning into another video, and today I am back with another SMG 101. Now, I just joined in and I'm glad it started on Crane Revamp so I could get this one out of the way. And today I am going to be showing you guys my tips and tricks on the MP5. Now, the MP5 itself is a good all-around standard SMG that doesn't really have a specific build in which it's targeted to, and it can be used for multiple applicative purposes. And the best part is this SMG is powerful and takes bullets from the pistols categories as well as any SMG, including the 45 ACP ones, which to me just baffles my mind, and you have terrible accuracy, sir. I don't know how the hell you got there or why you're there, but So for long ranges, the ACOG sight is rather nice because you can tap fire it really easily. It takes about 6 bullets for someone to drop at long ranges, but oh, you sack of shit. But it can also be countered as a close quarters one if need be, as demonstrated just right there on this same M60 scrub, who does not seem to get the message. Again, very, very powerful in close quarters combat, fires insanely fast actually. And some people argue that this is the best all-around SMG, and they have a right to be. It doesn't hold a specific purpose like a specialist weapon, but it's a good weapon if you just need to get out there for close quarters combat and you know that you can use something that needs to can pick up ammo fast, fires fast, has a good punching power in close quarters combat. Not really something you want to necessarily use at range, but can use at range. Like, it's not the worst gun you could take to a long distance firefight, but there are others, such as, well, the P90, as demonstrated. It does have more power technically than the because it's a 5-hit KO with the P90 long range and 6 with the MP5. So it's a trade-off as far as range goes with this gun. But it does hold 30 bullets, reloads pretty quick, is light, standard issue style, handles really well on tap fire, doesn't jump as much with the, unlike the P90 tends to jump around a lot more. This one has a much more manageable recoil, and I often carry an M9 with it because if I do need those long range accuracy kills, I can just flip it out and go pa, or wherever that fucker went. Oh, there he is. Also, if I need to drop it for another weapon, I can just also pick up ammo from the M9 itself. I don't think this person is necessarily the brightest light bulb in the building, but whatever. So, yeah, that's mainly the intro for it, and I've kind of showed you how this thing can run with ACOG sight. A lot of people don't really use it a whole lot on this weapon in particular, but I find it to be a rather useful attachment for this setup, especially in the event of range. Oh, what the fuck, you laggy? That was lag. Okay, I was like, god damn, what the fuck? Although I am running on low on bullets. Lovely, lovely bullets. I wish I had more bullets. But, anywho, I will be right back in the next round when we have some more options I would love to show you. Okay, boys and girls, here we are with the next setup, and it's basically the MP5 with an ARS suppressor, green laser, stubby grip, and cobra sight. Now, what that basically adds up to is basically the same thing with the MP7. It's the exact same setup, in fact, and it holds rather well and true. And this may be the best SMG setup all around, because you can use the same setup with the MP5K and it's rather effective. Again, the stubby grip is the key here, for it also allows you to have a proper frontal assault, if you will, with both ADS speeds and here's the key thing, and hip fire. You fucking cunt. Tried to stab my friend. Shish kebabbed him on the ladder. How dare you. Needless to say. Again, the perk of the MP5 over the MP7 is the fact that you can pick up bullets from practically anywhere. And you have just about as fast of a firing speed, and it does a bit more damage. So, technically the MP7 can be gunned out by the MP5. But, here's one thing the MP7 has over the MP5, and that is hip fire accuracy. Without needing to necessarily do much, the MP7 has hip fire in its bag. But with the MP5 in close quarters combat, you don't really need to worry about it. So And besides, with the ADS speeds that the MP5 actually has, it's kind of a moot point. And I've already demonstrated this class enough, so I'm gonna just move on to the next one. So in all honesty, again, you could also fit the ARS suppressor onto the MP5, and it wouldn't really change too much of a difference. I don't believe so, because while running around, it doesn't really change much. Maybe a tad bit more aim stability, but like, again, this is very base and it doesn't really add much. Now, in the event where you want some long range action, you can put on a red laser. It just helps with accuracy. Like, again, if you were using it for long range tap fires, you could put on a red laser. You don't really need to, but it can help in the events. But again, if you're going close quarters, definitely use a green laser. Now, as far as using the VCOG scope goes, I would never recommend this ever. Not even for this bullshit statistic. It doesn't add that up. Really, it doesn't. If you want long range, I recommend the PKA or the ACOG. Like I said, again, ACOG is probably your best bet. It handles recoil pretty well, gives a pretty good magnification. The PKA doesn't really add that much of a magnification, but it's a lot clearer, has a lot less recoil, so it's kind of up to you as that. But I'm going to move on to the last setup that I really want to show you guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, and here we have the final weapon, and the final setup as far as things go is the R2 suppressor. Now the thing about the R2 suppressor is it's technically a better suppressor than the ARS for masking distance. Not necessarily damage-wise, but it does have a higher standard of masking range. The recoil is slightly increased, and what the angled grip allows you to do is keep a better stability rating on this weapon. And it allows you to have like kind of the best of two worlds as far as keeping vertical recoil generally low, but it's at a tick for tack. And what I mean by that is you're gonna have your long range vertical recoil a bit higher than, say, if you had the stubby grip. And again, you can alternate between these. You could have a stubby grip on here, but oh Jesus, oh you fucking cunt. So again, here, I'll show you. Let me just switch over to the stubby grip. It won't really change too much. That's, again, just how the R2 suppressor handles things. So, it's kind of a toss-up as to what your style is. And there's nothing wrong. You can have different styles for everything. But the thing about the stubby grip with this R2 suppressor is that it keeps your horizontal recoil still up, but it does lower and minimize the vertical recoil. So, it's like a trade-off. And the reason, again, for even using the R2 suppressor is for the fact that it keeps the masking radius lower. So I actually should have been using the ARS here and the R2 on fucking mall map. My bad. So I got the classes kind of mixed up, but this is the one that kind of comes to mind when I'm thinking like I want to be super sneaky. Not necessarily the best for long range, like I said, unless you're going to tap fire. So yeah, it's kind of up to you as far as things go in that regard. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, leave a like down below. And leave me a suggestion for what SMG you guys want to see up next. And I will see you all in the next video. Hasta!